first I want to talk about the drums that I'm using. So the snare that I'm using at the moment, this one here, is the 30th anniversary maple snare from Mapex. I'm a Mapex artist, so I use Mapex only in these live videos. This is one of my favorite snares. It's a 14 by 6.5, 100% walnut, and walnut being one of my favorite woods for multiple reasons. The tone in drums is unreal. It gives it a little bit more of a warm, darker tone, and then I also like it as applied wood, where you use maple, and like in this drum, a 14 by 8 maple walnut. So maple giving it a little bit more body and warmth, and the walnut giving it that crack. So, and in this particular idea, I'm using an ambassador head on it because I wanted it fairly open, and then I'm using one of the Root CQ rings just to dampen it a bit because I wanted still to have a lot of body to it. Whereas this one, I'm using a controlled sound head with the reverse dot, and then I'm using the crown control, which are the equivalent of Remo's version of like a moon gel, and they're really great. And this drum again, nice and dry, versus this one a little bit more open. And yeah, great products. I'm really happy to be on that team. Mapex has been a huge support for me for many years, and also a big part of the whole thing are these brushes. So I'm a Vater artist as well, and this is a product called the Polyflex, and basically it's a nylon brush, and then I do a couple of augmentations to kind of make them a little bit more durable, a little bit less reactive to the ring of the snare, because you don't want to hit the rim with metal on metal. It's too loud. So I pad them up with just using gaff tape, and they come with a rubber part, but the rubber part I burned through right away. And this pair actually has lasted me several years. So I mean, that tells you everything about the quality of the product. And I'm playing them quite a bit harder than I would imagine a normal brush player would play, who's primarily doing sweeps and tiny tap stuff. With this style, I borrow from jazz. So the sweep, I borrow from jazz, and the counts usually I borrow from jazz. But the rest of it, as far as like the taps, as far as like the actual playing, is more percussive than in jazz. And so yeah, I need something that's durable, and these are obviously the ones.